95.5 KLOS and KLOS HD1, Los Angeles.
Heidi and Frank Show. Thank you for joining us. 1-800-955-5567. If you are joining us right now, you're in for a special treat. I've been giving away UFC 157 tickets all week long. I've had a pair every single day. I have a pair right now to give away. But I'm not going to give them away. I'm going to let Ronda Rousey give them away.
Cool, yeah.
There, yeah. Is that the doorbell?
We've been talking about her.
There
We've been
she
talking
is.
about her all week. Yeah.
Oh, come on in here.
Hey,
Look at that.
Thank you so much.
She brought gifts.
Check it out.
I was going to get you something, too, and
That's
I forgot.
awesome. Look at that.
I was
You
at the mall
always
yesterday.
say that to people.
I gotta get Rhonda like a Christmas gift or something that I forgot to get you. But thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
We've been talking about you all week. Dude, I heard you guys on the drive over. It freaked me out. I wasn't ready to hear my name on the radio. I'm like, what?
That's me. That's me.
Where am I going to that show?
Oh, my
Because you are
God.
like most sought after athlete. Right now, probably you've been on everybody's show as far as like people are requesting your appearance. It's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, you know, my self-esteem is doing pretty well these days.
No doubt.
Undefeated, too. It's crazy.
She's-
No one has kicked your butt.
Well, I mean, I get my butt kicked every day, but not when I'm actually...
When you train, do you train like do you fight guys or do you fight other women?
Yeah, I
Training?
train with pretty much a bunch of Armenian dudes, and it's me. I can stick out a little bit.
And they're not nice to you. They're like, we're gonna try to really kick her ass.
Well, yeah. Well, they're nice to me in general, but when we're training, no, they don't take it
You don't want them to
seriously
be,
at all.
I mean, right? You don't want them to be nice to you. You want them to be hardcore to prepare you.
Yeah, exactly. They're not doing me any favors by taking it easy, so
Right.
that's what it's like.
So yeah, I mean, to be part of this historic event, this UFC 157, because it is the first. I mean, you are the title bout. It is.
That's what everybody's
you
talking about, yeah.
And Carmouche. Have you ever fought her before?
No, I haven't, but she was very, very close to being the person that I would have had to fight for the 135 title because she was just destroying Marlu Kunin for 4 rounds, and then at the very end, Marlu caught her in a triangle and tapped her out.
So what's her record?
So her record is, God, I forget.
But she's lost.
She's lost before, but they're very, very close, and like they're all kind of like, you know, she was never dominated in any kind of fight. She's never really been knocked out or anything like that. So she's like a veteran Marine.
I know. I was reading about
this
that.
is no slouch. This chick is like, you know, she's coming to throw down.
Are you nervous?
Well, you get nervous for everything,
But in a good, like that good nerves.
yeah, it's how you use it that you know, if you choose the fight or flight side, and
Right.
I don't know. I feel like the more pressure there is, the more I fight above myself.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously the
I get
pressure of being in the spotlight and being like, this is a huge event. It's history being made, and you're undefeated, so you really have, I mean, everything to lose. She has everything to gain.
Mm-hmm.
You're gorgeous.
Totally.
Look
Thank
at
you, guys.
look at
Gorgeous and a
I'm sure you're tired
badass.
of hearing that.
Oh my God, that's sad.
Are you tired of hearing that you're pretty?
No, come on, I'm a chick. I live off of food, water, and compliments.
There you go.
Because I mean,
Thank God for food and water in my world. The rest of them not really coming.
compliments are happening.
Not around here.
No, I've said that. I mean, and I'm sure you've heard it before, and you're probably tired of taking that question. But that your looks probably did influence Dana a little bit as far as like him opening up to women in the UFC. Because I think before he was like, no, we're not going to have women in the UFC, and then you came around, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah. So do you think maybe that your talent and your looks had a little bit to do with that?
I think it was a combination of factors.
Hell
you
yeah.
know? Like if I was there, you don't see the ring card girls in there throwing down. That would look ridiculous. They're pretty, and you know, so you have to be a good fighter as well, and you have to be able to be, you know, somewhat interesting, I guess.
And your background's judo.
Judo, yes, and I have credentials. You know, like a lot of these other fighters, they kind of, you know, were some fighter's girlfriend and decided to try it out, and you know, then they're a fighter.
Right.
You know, like I have a long history in the Olympics, and I think that lends a lot of credibility to women fighters.
Oh, absolutely. And,
No.
and prepared you for competition.
That you've won. You're what, 6-0, and you've won every fight in the first round
Yes, sir.
with an armbar.
You got it.
Are you feeling internal pressure to do something else? So like get the
Stick with what you know, girl. Like, over.
Well, I know, but I'm saying personally. I mean, it's like there's like submission guys, and then they finally get a knockout. They're like, oh, this was much. I mean, a lot easier than getting a submission was actually knocking a guy out. Are you hoping maybe or looking for that other way to win?
I mean, I like still winning all in arm bars because it kind of gives you that, there's kind of like a legacy to it. Like, now I want to say, like, can I really get everybody in it? And then, but also if I was able to knock somebody out, I'd feel like more complete as a, as a mixed martial artist.
And you haven't knocked anybody out yet?
Not in competition.
Not in competition. But you have when just screwing around, when training?
I'm pleading the fifth and everything.
Ooh, interesting.
Now I see your day, your typical day here. It's like you wake up, you have your coffee, and then it says music and driving. Can we change that to Heidi and Frank and driving, like you're listening to us on the way to your gym?
I do listen to you guys, but a little bit more when I was broke. I'm going to tell you that. When I was rolling in the Honda and I didn't have anything other than the radio, you guys are my presets. You're still my presets.
Thank you so
Rhonda.
much.
But yeah.
So 3 workouts a day sometimes.
Yes, 3 or 4 if my coaches don't get me to promise not to. Because sometimes I'll wake up extra early and go like skimboarding or sand dune sprints or something else like that.
What is
Sand
skinboarding?
dunes.
Skinboarding.
Skimboarding. It's like reverse surfing. So like surfing, you start in the water and you go in towards the beach.
Okay.
And skimboarding, you start on the beach and you ride into the water.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You need
little
like
platform you throw down.
yeah, it's like a half-inch of water and you like jump on it in hydroplane. I call it stability and sprint
Works your
skills.
core, right? Yeah, it works your core.
I convinced my coaches. I'm like, I'm doing stability and sprinting this morning. Yeah.
So right now, because you're getting ready to fight coming up when? It's in February.
The date, I do have the tickets to give away. If you want to call up right now, I'm going to let Rhonda give the tickets away to the event, UFC 157. February 23rd
Okay,
is
so
the
February
actual date of the
23rd.
fight.
When do you get in the best shape? Like of your, obviously you're in great shape now, but I'm saying closer to.
You want to feel their muscles, don't you?
The closer to the that's what I'm. Let me work the magic here. No, closer to the thing, like where you just totally take all your water out and all that.
You're at
When
your
does that
best. We try to make it so you peak on the day of the fight.
Okay.
And so, like, you pretty much tear your body down, you train really, really hard, and then last week you pretty much rest and do nothing, and you just take care of your weight, and then it's like, when you're doing all that stuff every day, and then they rest you have nothing to do, then like I feel like that guy in Ace Ventura when they put him in the backpack and he's like, you know, they let me out, yeah, they starve me, and then they put me in a cage and lock me as a butter chick. I go, you know, you just want to kill somebody at that point.
So by the time fight day comes, you're just like,
yeah, that's when you're at your peak is on fight day.
But you do nothing
right.
for like 48 hours? You said you just
A week.
A week?
For a week, you do as little as possible and you just try and make your weight.
Sex? Wait, hold on to that. The look on her face. I'm going to wait and I'll tease you all. We're going to come back
it's a
and
different
find
kind
out.
of skinboarding.
With the what is the
With an M.
skinboarding?
That's
Yeah.
skinboarding.
How many skinboarding sessions does Rhonda have before her fight? We'll find that out when we come back. 1-800-955-5567. We are Heidi and Frank.
95.5 KLOS.
Welcome back to the Heidi And Frank Show. We have Ronda Rousey with us, the female bantamweight champion of the UFC.
What is bantamweight?
You won't even get close.
135.
So anything above that is what?
Yeah, it's called
If
your
you say
fantasy.
heavyweight, we are going to fight.
I think that is featherweight is
What's 170?
Hey now.
Welterweight.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is welterweight. She's tall though. She's a tall.
I'm
big
fine.
big bone.
5'8".
Yeah, UFC 157 is going to be Saturday, February 23rd at the Honda Center, and Ronda is headlining that night. It's a historical event. We're giving away a pair of tickets, so call in 1-800-955-5567 if you want to go and let Ronda choose who she wants to give the tickets to. When we went to break, I was asking her about her, her regimen before the fight, and the week before the fight, you said you don't do anything. But what about sex?
I was expecting this question to come.
Yes.
And no pun intended on the come.
Because I guess most times when you hear about a fighter, it's like refrain, don't see the lady.
Because you wanted to be.
Get the built-up frustration or
Right.
whatever it is, and then go in there and kill somebody out of frustration. But for women, is it different?
Yes, it is different. It's clinically proven that that sex raises a woman's testosterone, and testosterone's good when you're fighting
So
people.
it would make sense to do it the night before.
But, I'm not just going to go stick my head out in the lobby and be like, hey, anybody? You know what I mean? Like, that was going down. Right? Somebody warm me up.
I need a testosterone surge. Come on, baby.
It's not like that at all. If I'm seeing somebody or whatever, I'll probably be like, putting them to work. But
she has fluffers.
Come on, get my testosterone up.
Oh my God, yeah.
Nice.
Do you have somebody in your life special?
No, not right now.
She's too busy.
I'm hard to date, dude. Come on.
Really? Are you hard to date?
I hang out with a bunch of half-naked guys all day long. You need
Armenians,
somebody,
no less.
You need someone very, very confident to be able to deal with.
Are you looking for
lifestyle.
like a guy who's opposite of what you normally hang out with? Like maybe a guy in skinny jeans and stuff like that?
Well, you know what? I'm single right now, so obviously my relationships have a 100% fail rate at this point. So I don't really know what I'm looking for.
Do you guys
I'm
ever
for something
ask
cool.
you out, or are they intimidated a little bit?
You know what? I either get people coming up to me like, "Oh my God, marry me," or just like nothing. I don't know. I don't get the in
Happy
between.
medium would be nice.
I know. I would like a happy medium. Like, hello, how are you?
Right.
Coffee? Like, that doesn't happen.
Why don't you take control? I mean, obviously you seem like a take control type of woman when you win every
That's what she
fight in the
does for
first
work.
round.
In real life, you probably still want to feel like a delicate flower.
She put it actually perfectly. I like to be like, a girl sometimes.
You're a girl.
I spend all my whole day being like, rawr. Like, when I get home, I want to be like, baby.
Yes, right.
So
want
you
to be
like
taken care
getting
of.
flowers. If someone sent the flowers to the gym.
No, not flowers. Those are like the most useless gift ever. I killed something pretty for you. Here you go. Like, oh, thank you. No, give me something I can eat, like chocolate's all right.
So
Okay.
if you didn't work out 4 times a day, would you be huge? Because like you said, you like food. Would you just be enormous?
If I didn't work out at all and do anything?
Yeah, because like you said, like your other hobby, it seems like you're fighting or eating. If you didn't fight, you'd just be eating all the time.
I guess anyone that doesn't work out would end up fat.
Well, no, I meant like in the way that it's like you would eat, so like you enjoy food or eating so much. Is that like something that you really enjoy, but working out helps you maintain, but you can eat anything you want?
When I was younger, I was more into like, I would be like, I don't want Ben and Jerry's and Buffalo Wings and all those things. But, now it's just kind of like, I'm so busy, I'm more like, I eat to live, I don't live to eat anymore.
As you're training, is it always like healthy food, or is you still mac and cheese and stuff?
No, mac and cheese. It's like, it's weird. I don't eat anything that wasn't on the earth 10,000 years ago. And I only eat one meal a day, and it's at night.
One meal a day.
Yeah, no artificial sugars, no anything.
You notice that in your bio when you're like, I get up, I have coffee, I go to work out.
Is it a giant meal, though? It's like,
yeah, it's
bring
big,
in the calf.
It's as big as I want. But usually if you don't eat all day, like, your stomach, you kind of shrinks a little bit. So I'll spend all day and be like, I'm going to eat the biggest meal that ever happened in the world. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, bite. Oh, God, I'm full.
And then you're like, stuff.
And then you just pass out of sleep.
What's your like total splurge that you would eat all the time if you could, but you just don't?
Oh, every time after I fight, I need to have buffalo wings, naked, not breaded, and I need to have apple pie a la mode. I need those two. I know in the last fight we ordered like all these plates of buffalo wings brought up. They're like breaded. Oh my God, they were like little chicken McNuggets with hot sauce on them. I almost cried. That was all I wanted.
You say naked. You want wings.
Naked buffalo
no breading.
wings.
Bone in, bone out.
Bone in and naked. What are you trying to get out of me here?
Let's go to the phones. If you got a question for Ronda Rousey, she's in studio with us. 1-800-955-5567. Let's go to Marcus on line 5. Hello, Marcus.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Say hello, Ronda.
Hello.
Hey, I'm a huge fan, Ronda. I just wanted to say I love your Twitter, at Ronda Rousey. You got great posts. Also, if you guys didn't know, Ronda is the first American Olympic medalist in judo. You guys haven't mentioned that yet, and I thought that was perfect.
She did mention the Olympics a little bit earlier.
Well, I thought your mother wasn't in the Olympics. She was in the World Championships.
Yeah, they didn't have women's judo in the Olympics back then. So when she started judo, they didn't have no World Championships for women in judo, and then they actually started it, and she won. And when I started doing MMA, there was no women in the UFC. And now they started it, and I'm in it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Keeping the ball rolling. And thank you for plugging my Twitter. My mama did.
How many Twitter followers do you have?
Like 160K or something.
Oh,
like that.
my God.
But like the beginning of this year, it was like 10,000 or something like that. This has been a crazy year for sure.
So you feel like when you wake up in the morning, it's like, okay, I gotta go maintain my Twitter followers. He said he loves your tweets. What do you normally tweet about?
I don't know, just,
Random stuff?
Yeah,
Pictures
random
of
stuff,
yourself during the
pictures,
day.
stuff going around the day. Yeah, I respond to people. Sometimes if someone's a real jerk, I'll try and think of like a good comeback.
Yeah.
If I can think of a good comeback, I'll be like, all right, yeah, but it's random stuff. I don't really spend that much time thinking about it.
1-800-955-5567. Let's go to Jeff on line 7. Hello, Jeff.